Am I the a-hole for not paying for a service that I didn't ask for? I took my teen daughter to get her eyebrows threaded for the first time today. I signed in on the iPad and selected eyebrow threading as a service. When it was her turn, she was in a seat about 5 feet from the waiting area, so I just sat in the seat closest and told the woman what we wanted. I saw her spreading something on her eyebrows, so I stood up and said, "We're doing threading," in case she was trying to tint her brows or something. She just nodded and said, "Yes, threading." Then she put some plastic wrap over her brows. So I went over again and said we didn't want a tint and only threading. She told me it wasn't a tint, just laminating. I said we didn't ask for laminating. She said she asked my daughter if it was okay and she said sure. Also, it was $49. My daughter texted me and said she was sorry and she hadn't realized it was going to cost that and she didn't really know what she was agreeing to and that she would pay for it. She's very much the kid who struggles to speak up, and I know she was feeling bad about it. She didn't want me to say anything else till it was over because she was afraid the woman would mess up her brows. So, once it was done, I told her it was totally unacceptable and unprofessional to upsell a kid without asking the parent who was right there and paying for it. She told me she asked my daughter and that was good enough. I asked for her manager, who happened to be right there, and I asked her if she really believed that was an okay business practice. At this point, another person waiting came over and also told this woman that she was totally wrong and she should not have been upselling a child without permission. The woman kept insisting she was right to just ask my kid without asking me, even though I was right there and had come over twice to confirm we wanted threading. This was our first time there, so I didn't really know what she was doing right off the bat. In the end, she told me to just leave and not pay, but I did pay for the threading because I told her I had agreed to pay for that service and I was going to pay her for it. She did do a nice job on that, though the lamination looked crazy till we got home and scrubbed her brows. My daughter felt awful about the whole thing, and I made sure she knew I wasn't upset with her because she hadn't been told the cost or what was happening up front. I don't plan on coming back to that shop if that's how they treat their clients. So, was I the a-hole for essentially being a Karen, or was I justified?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole. That stylist was way out of line. She'd been given her instructions about the service that was to be provided and then added something on her own. I don't even know what threading and laminating are, and I'm a full-grown woman, so I can imagine that your daughter wouldn't have known she was being upsold.
OP replied,
It really looked awful. My daughter's brows were sticking straight up and felt all stiff and sticky.
Not the a-hole leave worked in cosmetology. This was a dirty upsell. I'd use her name to look for any websites that host comments and appointments for her and leave a review outlining what she did.